Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you all for showing up this week. I am your host, Kimberly Clemens of Chats and Chuckles. This is the day that the Lord has made, and y'all, no matter what time it is, I am rejoicing and I am so glad in it. You already know, go grab your coffee, go grab your tea, put your feet up, relax today because I have another extra special guest here with me today that I want you to meet and I really want you to get to know. Grab a notebook, grab a pen, and get ready to meet my beautiful guest here today, Miss Alicia Bogard Beasley.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And she gonna put the sexy voice on. Come on now, Alicia. These people came here today so that they can hear you. The voice actually does match your personality, I will say.
That means a lot.
Well, just start now. I want people to know, who are you?
Who am I? I am wonderful. I'm brave. I am a mom. I am loving. I'm a family person. One thing about me is that I love nature. I'm a bird watcher. So anything that I can connect to nature, I'm all in. I graduated from Wayne State with a degree in biology and a minor in psychology.
Oh, I remember them days, Alicia.
Yes. So my love for biology, for nature is there. It's just amazing, you know. But I'm a friend. I'm a wonderful friend. I love connecting with people. That's who I am.
That, you know what? And I can attest to you being who you are.
Yeah.
Because you are a wonderful friend to me.
Yes.
Nature, everything about you is absolutely true. Like, you really are grounded in nature.
Yes.
And even your business cards, like anything you do, it will reflect nature. Yeah,
yes.
I love when you said I'm a mom. Let's give a shout out to that young man that's doing exceptionally well, getting ready to graduate. Right? Let's give him a big shout out.
Yes, my sunshine. That's
Yes.
what I call him. He's my sunshine, and he's everything to me. He's everything to me. He is getting ready to graduate from high school, and he's playing golf now.
Oh, he's a golfer now.
Oh gosh, yes. So
Look, I don't want to. I always want to take the time to highlight our youth because he is an amazing young man. He's very well rounded, is what I always like about him. But let's talk about his sport. Since you bring up golf, is there anything he does not do?
You know what? And he's never golfed before.
So he tries different things.
He came home and he said to us, I want to golf. And we were like, okay, you know, your kids are your everything. And so when they come to you and they say, I want to do this, you're like, okay, let's do it.
Absolutely.
You know, because he's never done it before, and he challenges himself, his mind. And he's been out on the driving range every day now. Even that it's cold, he's been out there trying to get better and better. And he's a senior, so he's on varsity golf. And I'm like, why not?
He don't
JV?
Waste no time.
Okay.
He ain't got time for
Okay,
JV.
no. So he's all in. I mean, we don't know anything about golf, but hey, whatever we can do, we're all in, and we support our kids.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So we know he's a golfer. I know he wrestles.
Yes, he just finished wrestling. He had an awesome season. Gosh, he never seemed to amaze me. He wrestles 190. Sometimes they had him wrestling 215. And he did it. He did it, of course. You know, we were very rowdy. But he did.
You gotta be.
Yes,
you gotta
okay?
be.
Yes. I didn't know anything about wrestling, and I had to YouTube and research and everything like that or whatever. But you know, when he come to us, we say, okay, let's do it. You know.
Yeah, and I love that if he says he's going to do it, he doesn't quit.
No, he doesn't.
Keeps going.
No. We don't allow that anyway.
Yeah.
And he knows that.
I know that's right. We don't allow
we don't allow that. No quitters.
So he golfs. He wrestles and plays football.
Plays football, yes, and had an awesome season in football. And you had a chance to come see him play.
You know, I love that.
Okay.
Screaming in the
we were
in
screaming.
the fan.
Oh my gosh, we had an awesome time. So, but that means a lot to me that friends and family can come and support him like that. You know, it's truly a village. It takes a village, and that is so true, right?
Yeah, it does. It takes a village. What I really loved about, not just coming to the game to support, to root, and all of that, but really to support you and Brian, because you guys really,
that means a lot.
Yeah, you guys really did. Just be in them stands. You're running them everywhere. You're supporting your child. But I do want to talk about just being, a mom. You know, how difficult is it for you that he's getting ready to graduate?
You know what? It's so rough because I'll tell you, I don't even know if you know the backstory of Dion, but Dion was 2 pounds when he was born.
Oh, no.
Yes, he came very early, 28 weeks, and he was in the ICU for almost 2 months.
Wow.
So he was spared. God spared him. They had to resuscitate him for 2 minutes. And
no, I did not know this
for
story.
2 minutes. They could have stopped at 1 minute and 59 seconds, but they didn't. And so, our kids are special to us. You know, they're very special. And I love being a mom. We have challenges as moms, but you know what? We take those challenges with grace. Yeah. And we enjoy every bit of it. The good, the bad, the ugly. Yeah. The cries. Yeah. We enjoy every minute of it. So I love being a mom. It is the most amazing thing for me to be a mom to that little boy, And he is, your kids. He's very special in his own way, He's like, he used to call me bro. And I was like, stop calling me that. I'm mom. He pats me on my head. He wants to wrestle me, so I'm a boy mom, okay? When I just want to be loving and just hugging, and he's like, okay, that's weird, but you take it and you go with it. But I enjoy every minute of it, I still try to hold his hand. He was like, no, that's weird, okay? But we love it.
He is amazing. Yeah, I really do like to take, that time to highlight our youth, because they are coming up, and he's going on a path where we'll be looking to that generation to help us along.
Absolutely.
So he has plans for college?
Yep. He is going to bowling ring. He's going to bowling.
So he's
ring.
decided.
He's decided.
Come on, Dion.
I love it. You know what? And our kids, we have to continue to wrap our arms around these kids. Not just our kids, but just kids in general. The youth, like you said, because they have challenges. I'm
glad. I'm so glad that you said that, because I just remembered how you not only supported your child during the sports, but you supported the entire team.
Yes.
You got yourself out there and went
team mom.
Yeah. You went door to door, business to business, getting sponsors to help with the team.
Absolutely.
Come on, Mom.
Absolutely. Listen, when your child is involved in things, you as a parent have to show up if you can.
Yeah.
Sometimes we work and we have full-time jobs. I understand that. But you can show up in other ways.
Absolutely.
So these kids, and I love them. The whole team, they're my kids, okay?
Yeah.
And you just show up for them, because at the end of the day, they're just ready. We will feed them on Thursdays and Friday. And I did. I went door to door.
Feeding the football
55
team.
Boys, okay? Ooh. I went business to business, and I asked them, these are your kids in your community, because I'm so big about community. And they need you. And so they would show up. Every Friday, I picked up food from businesses all through the city.
Shout out to those businesses, because when you help a child, there's no other way that you can say that you have a blessing on the way.
Okay.
You helping the children.
Yes. And they're so innocent. They don't know, right?
They just want to eat.
Listen,
they hungry.
They didn't know the hustle and bustle of it at all, right? They didn't know me calling and begging and pleading. And they didn't know that. All they knew that At 5:15, they were going to sit down and they were going to say their blessing, and they're going to eat.
Be grateful and
Okay,
eat.
absolutely. And each and every one
I
of those
love
kids.
that. When you told me, what you were doing,
Oh,
I
yeah.
absolutely love that. So shout out to the parents. Shout out to the moms
Yes.
that, have a village to help. Shout out to the people that will go door to door
Okay.
getting sponsors to help out the kids that are doing something
Yes.
good. Like
Yes.
that's so important. So important. Now, we didn't give a shout out to Dion. Now I got to give a big shout out to my friend Brian,
Yeah.
because without Brian, where would we be?
Oh gosh. Okay. Listen, he's everyone's friend.
We'll take him first,
everyone's
though.
friend. Okay, yes, and he's everyone's friend, and we all share him. Okay?
Yes.
And it's okay, and he's all right with that.
Hey, Brian.
Right.
Brian was actually the guest on my first show,
Yes.
on my very first show with the veterans.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Amazing
person.
man.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So let's talk about just a little bit. When you talk about studying biology, Alicia, I remember you going to
Yeah.
school. I remember you taking all of that time. What led you to biology?
So biology is the study of life. That's what biology means. And I love helping people, right?
Mhm.
I love doing what I can use that field to help people. And so I was going to school to be a physician assistant, and I worked in a hospital and in the ICU. And I pivot. My dad passed away, and when you have a death, people take it differently, and I
Right.
definitely took it different, and
So how long were you in the program before you did the pivot?
I was probably almost a year from graduating.
Okay, so you spent some
And
time in that
yeah,
program.
absolutely.
Mhm.
And I just needed to just close that door because my dad was my superhero. He still is.
Yeah.
Daddy's girl. And I just didn't even want to be in the field anymore at all. And I love.
Wow, that's something when you think about biology,
Yeah.
meaning life,
Yes.
the study of life,
Yeah.
and then you have a experience with a loved one
Yes.
dying.
Yes.
And
Yes.
then you move away from studying
Yes.
and completing the program.
Yeah.
Was that difficult?
You know what? I was at that moment, I didn't see or I didn't feel that it was difficult because I was dealing with that. So that part masked everything else. I just knew that I just needed to shut that door, not think about anything else, but just trying to get through my father's death. And it was so tough. I shut down, I shut down hard, and I knew that I've always loved real estate. I love history. I love architect. I love buildings. And so I always wanted to do that. But I didn't look back on being a PA. I don't regret at all,
So when you hear someone that say that they're in a program, an in-depth program like
Yeah.
that, because that requires a lot of time,
gosh. It does.
a lot of headspace, a lot of sacrifice,
Yes.
And when you hear someone that's in that program and then they start to lose their passion, what would you say to them?
I would say do what you love to do. Regroup and try to see what self wants. I'm all about self-love. And you have to figure it out. You have to sit down and you have to write it out. You have to have your plan A, B, C, D, whatever, and you have to figure it out. You do. Pivoting is hard for people.
Oh, yeah.
It's so hard.
Yeah.
And it's so hard when you have something that you've been doing and studying biology is very challenging. I have organic chemistry and physics and cell biology and microbiology and genetics. So
Girl, you should
those
see my
things-
brain right now going doing flips.
So those classes were tough. But I love them, and I'm really really close with a lot of my professors still. I just was talking to my organic chemistry professor the other day. So, but again, I'm about relationships. So you build those relationships, and there's no regrets or anything like that. My love for biology is still there because I bird watch. I
Yeah.
go to the zoo. I volunteer at the zoo.
Oh, yes, you do. You do it all, Alicia.
So you can still have the love and passion for what you do, even though you're not doing it. Just figure out different ways that you can do it, and you can have love for it.
What about the support? Because a lot of times when we're telling people what we're doing, or you're in a program
Yeah.
and you're sharing that space that you're, doing something great
Yeah.
like that. Did you have the support around you where people said, "Oh, it's okay if you switch"?
Yes, and my dad was my biggest fan, my superhero. He was that person that I always go to and say, "I'm gonna do this," whatever. And when I was in high school, I remember I used to run track, and then I'm like, "Dad, I'm gonna go be a cheerleader." He was like, "You want to be a cheerleader?" I'm like, "Yeah." So I quit track, went to cheerleader. So he always supported everything that I did. So I didn't have that person to go to and say, but he always taught me to be tough, and always taught me to don't worry about what someone else think. Always worry about how you feel. And so
that's
I
good.
was very grounded in that. So it didn't matter what anyone else thought or felt or anything like that, because he taught me to be strong. He
good.
taught me to be able to be okay with failure. Be okay with moving on, being okay to pivot. And so having that strong foundation truly helped me a lot. But I have people around me. You put yourself in places where people are always going to make sure that you're okay as well.
Yeah.
And so I made sure my family is my biggest support system.
Yeah, you got an amazing
They got my
family.
back. Oh my gosh. If I need someone to cry on, I can cry on their shoulder, And so I was okay. I knew I was going to be okay. I still have no regrets at all. I love what I do.
Yeah.
And but knowing that I can always go and teach someone about science, and I still do, knowing that I can let someone know how biology works and the study of life and things. When Dion had biology class, he's like, "Oh my gosh, Mom." And I just was like, "Okay." I'm like, "You got biology, you got chemistry. Where's your book at?" He was like, "I need you to calm down." So if I can express myself, in ways where I can still bring my biology skills out, I'm okay.
That's good.
No
That's
regrets.
good. I love the foundation that your father,
Yeah.
instilled in you. And I want to use this moment as a shout out, too, for International Women's Month.
Yes.
And how important it is, just as women, to remember those things that our fathers did teach us. And, those that didn't have a father that taught them anything, there had to be some father figures.
Absolutely.
In there
Absolutely.
teaching those foundational things. But shout out to the women who can honestly say, thank you.
Yes.
To
Yes.
those men that gave those grounding things. So pivoting for
Yes.
you was not necessarily easy,
Yeah.
but it was necessary.
It was necessary. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
necessary for you. And I remember when you pivoted, and I just thought, in my mind, I thought that was huge, because a person that's going to be a PA, that's big money.
Yes. Yeah.
That's big
Yes.
money.
Tell me. Yes.
But all the time, when we make decisions, it's not about, the money. Of course, we need to make money, to do the
Yes.
things that we need to do. But money should not be the drive
Absolutely.
to pivot.
Yes. But it's the money isn't the drive to pivot, but money is also what's needed, it still gets you going, because you're looking at that, like, because you have goals in life,
Right.
And especially having a family and a kid, so that also, so pivoting, it wasn't hard to pivot, but I knew that I had to figure out how to pivot and what was my next step.
I think that's so important too, because there are a lot of people right now, that's weighing their pros and cons, or they're weighing, should I move in this home, or should I leave this job? Should I stay here in this state? Should I, relocate? So pivoting is almost like an everyday thing, like that. It's a part of life, right?
Absolutely, it is. It really is.
And you got to have people around you.
Yes.
Not negative people.
No.
Because there are so many people afraid to pivot.
Okay. Yes.
Afraid to live their life, so then they'll stick their opinions in to help you stay fearful, right?
Yes, absolutely. And you have to you have to be a believer. You have to be a believer and know that that's what's going to get you through day by day.
Yeah.
You have to pray. You have to pray and know that that's what's going to get you through, And that helped me a lot. My dad was a believer. Oh gosh, he always had his good book with him.
Come on with the good book. I do. I agree with that. Prayer is definitely important. Okay, at this time, we're going to take a really quick break.
Okay.
I want you all to come right back. Do not go far. And we're going to move into where Alicia pivoted to.
Yes.
So grab that coffee, grab that tea, and come right back.
Good morning. Today's a beautiful day, and today's not only a beautiful day because we're here in Inkster, but it's a beautiful day because I'm here with Pastor Gene Overman. I have the pleasure to serve on Operation Refuge as a board of director. This organization not only serves Inkster, but the neighborhood communities. I mean, the work we do here is beyond. It's led by Pastor Gene Overman. I've known Pastor Gene Overman for over 10 years. Everybody claims that that's her son, this is that. I mean, we go way back. She's mentored me. She's helped me throughout my career. I love you, Pastor. Can you tell us a little bit about what's going on today?
Well, we're so excited, and thank you, Safe, for bringing a team in to really help us get the word out. Today we're doing our food that we do consistently every Wednesday and Thursday throughout the month, and just very excited to share with everyone listening that Operation Refuge has Mother's Pantry. It is a client choice food pantry that we're very thankful that you come in here and it's a place of dignity. You shop just like you're at Trader Joe's, hopefully, or one of the better grocery stores. So we're on the main strip because we want our families to leave those houses if you have a need and come over. And that's whether you're here, Dearborn Heights, Garden City, all of our surrounding communities in Southeast Michigan, Wayne County, actually. We really serve great food, and we have lots of programs. But today we're here talking about Mother's Pantry, and you get the chance to see some of the interactivity at Mother's Pantry with our families. And sometimes there's a great need, and sometimes you find yourself the working underemployed. So we have lots of Alice families where you're right at that threshold where you cannot receive benefits, but you still need that support. So we're very thankful that through many partnerships with Operation Refuge, we are able to provide good, nutritious food.
What I love about our pantry is the fact that you can come in, park your car, and shop like you're walking into a grocery store.
Yes.
Nobody can tell you you can't take this or you can't take that. That's a sense of pride where you're not hurting anybody's feelings, and then I can walk in, get what I want, and leave. I mean, that's an amazing.
And you leave with your dignity, and oftentimes when we have food insecurity, you feel some sort of way to start with, right?
Absolutely.
So when you come in, we want to have the best choices.
Yeah.
And thankfully, we really do have excellent choices. We have halal, we have kosher, and we have partners that ensure that we keep what all of our families need.
Yeah.
So we're just very thankful.
It's your leadership and your vision. That's why, right?
And the board of directors, right?
Absolutely.
I can't get it done without you all. And as you see from the young men, you leave with fresh pineapple.
I love it.
Food,
I love it.
Right? And whether you're walking or you're able to drive up, our door is open for you.
And then the line, I can see the line.
Yeah,
I mean, when I
actually
pulled up, was all the it was all the way down to the STEM building. So it's amazing. It's a sunny day. Come to Inkster, folks. Thank you, Pastor. I love you.
Thank you.
If you enjoy the music, the talk, and the vibe right here on WHPR, we need your support. Help us keep independent radio alive by sending a Cash App donation of whatever you can to $WHPR TV Radio. Every dollar makes a difference. That's $WHPR TV Radio. Support the station that supports you.
Hey, I'm the new girl at WHPR, Kimberly Clemens, the host of Chats and Chuckles. Tune in on Tuesdays, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Chats and Chuckles. I am here to bring life to the chatter that matters.
Justice for Mario Willis. Truth. Facts. Evidence. Matter. Log into justiceformariowillis.com. Read for yourself.
313watkins.com. Streaming on Roku.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for coming back. We are here talking with my good sister friend, Alicia Bogard Beasley. And we've been talking about this pivot. And I want you to tell the people how you pivoted and where you pivoted to.
Okay. So I did pivot. Once I decided that I was not going to be in that field anymore. So I told you I'll have the love for history and architect and buildings. Well, I always loved real estate. So my pivot was to become a real estate agent. And so at that time, I actually was still working part-time in the hospital. And then I was working as a real estate agent as well. Well, I knew that this is where I wanted to make my career as a real estate agent. So I quit my job.
Now let's back up a minute, because anybody that knows anything about real estate knows that you got to go to class and you got to pass that test.
Yes.
How difficult was that?
You know what? I'll tell you this. I did not pass my first time. I did not pass my second time. It took me a couple times because I was at the end of getting my degree and then decided to go into real estate. So I had so much going on.
Headspace.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I said to myself, you got to do one thing at a time, okay? Figure it out.
Yeah, because class is huge.
Exactly.
Class is huge.
Exactly. So I said, let me focus on studying. Because, as a biology major, I'm like, I can go in here and take this test. This is nothing. I can figure it out or whatever. Well, I didn't. I failed. I was like, womp, womp, womp. Okay.
That reminds me when I did my cosmetology class, ace the course, ace the school, but thought I was all that.
Yes, I did.
Didn't even study.
That's what I did.
Took the test and they was like, fail.
Reality check. What? Yeah, she was like, I failed? What? I was hurt because I'm like, I never fail, okay? I'm a biology major. I'm like, I take the toughest classes, okay? And I failed.
You say,
I'm
check
like,
your
okay,
system.
yes, right, exactly. So I'm like, okay, I'll do it again. I'll go ahead, and I was like, maybe I'll just read a couple pages or whatever and go back and take it. Failed. Wah, wah, wah. I was like, wow. Reality check again. I was like, girl, get it together.
Get it together. Now, Alicia, when I went back and took my test the second time, I was not having it. I passed that doggone test.
Yeah. So I said, all right, you need to study, because I didn't study the first and second time. I just figured that I can just go right in. And I mean, I'm like, what could be harder than biology? Nothing, right?
That doggone real estate.
Okay, yes. So yeah, that was a reality check. So when I sat down and studied, I passed. Oh gosh, I did amazing. I was like, the power of studying. Yeah.
Get back to the basics,
yes,
right?
Exactly. So I passed, and then I went to I passed, and I researched where I wanted to go, and I decided to go to Keller Williams, because I knew that and I'm big on making sure that I'll put myself in the right place. I didn't know anything about real estate. I had to go somewhere that somebody was going to teach me something about real estate, right? Yeah. And so I told you I quit my job. So I was in there for like 6 months. And I said I had to make a decision, because again, I wanted this to be my career. And I'm like, you can't balance both. You know, I'm working and then I am like trying to do real estate at the same time. And again, you have to focus on one thing. That's for me anything.
That's huge, because a lot of times, you know, we want to be great and we're doing things that we love, but there has to be a balance. Yeah. There has to be a focus, and then you have to make some tough decisions. Yes. So you made the tough decision,
to quit a job that was giving me money every 2 weeks or whatever. And real estate is different. I didn't know what I was going into, but I knew that I had to put my everything in there. I challenged myself, and you know, I'm really big on that. You know, you have to be competitive with yourself all the time. And so I went in and I gave it my all. I gave it 150%, you know.
Did you know anyone in real estate?
No, I didn't know anyone in real estate. But, you know, I put myself in places where I can learn about real estate. In the office that I was in, when anyone had a conversation about real estate, I was all in. Do you mind if I listen in on your conversation? I did that all the time.
So that's that part when you talk about put yourself in places. So even a conversation where you can learn.
And that's anything. Yeah. That's anything that you're trying to expand on. You have to put yourself in places or around people that's going to help you grow.
That's huge.
Absolutely. And so I did that, and I was in, and they said, you know, they put you in classes and everything like that. And they're like, write down how much do you think you want to make for the year. And so then I wrote it down. And so the young lady that was teaching me, she's like, that's not realistic. And I was like, it's not. So when you tell me no for me means next opportunity.
And how dare you say it's not realistic? That ain't realistic for you.
Yes. And I said, you talking to me? I'm like, okay. And again, I told you I'm competitive with myself. So I always compete with myself and say, you can do this. And so I did it. That year, I was the rookie of the year.
Come on, rookie.
Okay. And I got my awards and everything at our award ceremony.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, okay, let's go.
Straight out the gate.
Yes, straight out the gate. And so I said, all right, now you need to make what you're going to make as a PA if this is going to be your career. You know, you're going to have to do something even better. So I'm like, okay, next year in, I said, well, and I gave myself, I said, if you don't do what you're going to do as a PA, or close to it or whatever, then you need to go back to school. And I was really enjoying real estate. And I was like, no, I love this. And so the next year, I did even better. Did even better the next year. I said, let's go. That's got
what
this.
I'm talking about.
Okay.
So now the real estate, what type of real estate do you do?
So I do residential and I do commercial.
Residential and commercial.
Yes.
Now, did you start out doing both, or was it?
No, I started off doing residential, and then I worked with a couple investors that had a couple commercial buildings, and then I started doing that. And so now I'm trying to find my niche, what I want to do, if I want to do residential or stick to commercial, you know, because I would like to really expand on one.
Well, I want to say that I remember when you going into real estate,
Yeah.
right? And we were excited because during the pandemic, we were looking for a home. And we knew without a doubt that we were going to come to you.
Yes. Thank you.
And the way that you treated us, not because you knew who we were, I knew the difference. I knew your work ethic. I knew your heart. The way you treated us and took care of us, I knew we were going to find
That means
a
a lot.
home. And I will tell you, I will never forget the experience of praying
Yeah.
and saying, God, I know what kind of house we need, right? Not knowing what we needed it for, but I knew what we needed. And you were patient. You were on top of it. You gave us all kinds of homes to look at. And the one thing that I can say is that you did not force anything. If it sold, he was like, okay, that wasn't for you. You know, let's keep looking. Let's go here. Let's go there. Let's do this. Your heart was, I mean, everything about what you did for that sale showed me that you were in the right place.
And that means a lot because, you know, I treat all of my clients the same. Family, friends, even if you're buying a $50,000 house, I'm going to still treat you the same. And it means a lot. And I tell all my clients, you're going to find your gem. Just be patient. I always sit down with my clients and tell them, pack a little grace. Because it is. Sometimes there's a wild, wild west out here.
Yeah.
You know how it was, you know. You can look at a house and then it can become pending, or you put in an offer and you don't get it.
You don't get it.
You know,
but
it's
it was fun.
yes.
It was fun. And you were prompt, on time, showed up for your appointments. Even when we were not knowing what to look for, how to look for something, you had a plan.
Yes.
You helped us from the beginning, middle, and to the end.
That means a lot.
And we recommend people.
Yes, you do. And I
Always
appreciate that. I'm
recommend
very
people.
appreciative of that. And I always say that and I have this on my card as well. And I'll say the biggest compliment you can give me is a referral. Because if you give me a referral, that means a lot to me.
Yeah.
And what did I say? You're going to be able to explain to someone how to buy a house.
Yeah.
That's how thorough I try to be with my clients from beginning to the end. The process.
Yeah.
The process of buying a house is so important. It's scary. It's a scary process.
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
a
because
very
you want to
scary
make the
process.
right decision.
Yes.
So what is your why for real estate?
My why is to be able to financially help my family and friends and my community. My why is to be able to help that single mom that is trying to find a home for her child, or first-time home buyer, or investor, or veteran, a first-time investor. My why is to be able to help. That is my why.
And you doing
Yes,
that. You doing
absolutely.
that, Alicia. Now, with the market that's going on, you know, there's a lot going on in our markets today. You know, nobody really knows, you know, what can happen. What do you see as far as, is it a good time to purchase a home?
Yes, it is. It really is. It is a good time. You know, we want our interest rates to be nice to us, right? You know, we really do. But the interest rates are, they are. The interest rates are good. Yes, it is a great time to buy. You know, if you're thinking about it, there's so many programs out there. And that's why I like to sit down with my clients and go over the process with them. Put them in positions, or put them to the right lender that's going to help them with the different programs. There's so many different programs out there.
That's good to know.
Yeah, it's very good to know.
So now how can people find out about those programs? Like, should they be on social media? Should they go to the bank? How can people find out?
They should call me.
Yep,
give me a call.
Come on.
Yes,
Tell them the
they
number,
should call
Alicia.
me. Alicia Bogart Beasley, Keller Williams, Great Lakes, 313-334-2130. Again, Alicia Bogart Beasley at Keller Williams, 313-334-2130. Let me help you.
That's amazing because, a person that may be overwhelmed, maybe in a rush to move, they need the right resources, the right information to make a sound choice.
Yes. And I hold your hand from beginning to the end.
So true.
I'm at the closing table with you. I love that. I love being able to give you your keys at that closing table. That brings me joy.
Yeah.
Okay? We can cry together.
Yeah.
Cry and laugh and smile because it is. It's like I did it,
Yeah.
You did it for yourself. I get a chance to meet so many people. I always say I have friends in Michigan. I got so many friends,
Aww.
I do. I just spent I'm doing something for my clients because I love my clients and I write them, I call them love notes. So I sit down, I want to know, how's your year going? Let me know. And
that's an extra
yeah,
touch.
you'll be getting something. Yeah.
Come on with it. I'll take it.
Yeah. But yeah, I do. My clients are my everything. I do. My clients are my everything. And my clients give me referrals. Yeah. They refer me all the time, and that means a lot. I'm so appreciative, and I let them know, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And so I want to know how you're doing. How's your family? How's your kids? What's the milestones? Let me know how your 2026 is going. And it doesn't have to be about real estate. It's just like, I just genuinely want to know, how are you doing?
It's like you become family,
oh, yes.
With the people that purchase.
Absolutely.
So looking at the housing market, you say it's a great time to purchase. What about commercial buildings? Mm-hmm. How's that looking?
The commercial buildings they're looking fine. We need more inventory. We need more inventory out
buildings.
There. Yeah, more buildings.
Okay.
Yeah, more buildings, more inventory.
So what is that about, though? Is it that people aren't selling, or are they not in the best condition?
Some of them are. It depends. All buildings are beautiful to me,
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are in a position where they need a lot of love, It just really depends. And that's where I come in with negotiating and helping you find the right building for yourself, what you want. And for people that's looking for commercial buildings, I always, what are you doing? What are you looking for? What's your goals? What's your end game for this building? So you got to put yourself in the right position. You might see this big building and like, I want this building. But for me, I need to see, what are you trying to do? How much square footage? Do you need all this square footage? Do you need a smaller building? So it's always seeing what you need, So commercial buildings, yes, they're out there. Absolutely.
Now, are you getting a lot of people that are looking to purchase right away, or are people looking, a little bit down the road because of how the economy is right now?
No, I actually just received 3 referrals for buyers that's looking. So they're ready. People are ready. I would say, don't let the economy fear you. If your passion is, or if your dream is to buy a home and want to have a home for you and your family, go for it. Go for it. Again, I'm going to put you in the right position, where you're going to be okay, where you understand the process and what's needed. Or if you're not ready, to put you in front of people that's going to prepare you to be ready.
What's one of the biggest things that people fear about purchasing a home or a commercial building?
It's probably always the inspection part.
Inspection? Okay.
That is so key because it's not a new house. Even with my new builds, I always tell my clients to get a home inspection because there's going to be something.
I know. I mean, we watch those TV shows.
Okay. Yes. That's key. It's so important because a home inspection is not mandatory, but it's not. And I tell my clients all the time, I would recommend a home inspection.
Are they expensive?
Sewer scope. It just depends on what you want. Just depends on what you want. You can do a la carte. It just depends on what you want. How thorough you want your inspection to be.
And who would not want an inspection, though?
You have people like that, I work with investors, and a lot of my investors, they're like, they don't want a home inspection because they're going to go through it already and remodel it already and renovate it. So sometimes they're like, no. They're in a better position sometimes to say no to win the deal. So
So
Yeah.
are you selling homes or commercial buildings like based off of like individual people owning them, or are they in a cluster where people own, all of these homes?
It
How are
just
you
really
selling?
depends. Okay, like I said, I have investors. So I just got a 30 package from an investor that wants to sell 30 houses,
Wow.
And so it just really depends on if they're an investor. I just got a client that reached out to me that want to sell 2 of their properties. So it just really it varies. It just depends,
Depends on what they have.
Yeah, I
so.
deal with, like I said, I deal with investors. I deal with residential sales. I deal with, a variety of things, So
So you're very well rounded, very
Yes.
successful
Yes.
in your real estate. I'm excited for you.
I am too.
And I will say, because this is live TV, you had encouraged me to go into real estate. It
Absolutely.
had been a thought and an interest, at one time.
Was it a thought?
It was a thought. It was an interest. And my why was because I wanted to help women that were escaping domestic violence, and I wanted them to know that they can move into their own home. They can have the things that they desired. But I had gotten sick and got out of actually going through the healing
Yes.
process. And I did pass the class at WC3 and then went to the refreshers course and got discouraged.
Yes. It's easy to get discouraged.
And so real estate is not like on the forefront for me, but I will say, I'm always encouraging people when I hear them say that they want to do it. I encourage them, and then I do my best to connect them with you.
I love it.
Yeah, because
Okay.
people that have that passion and they want to go to that class and pass that class, I think that they can be successful, in it. So are you still looking to build your team?
Eventually. I
Eventually.
am working on my broker's license still. I still have to take the test, and I'll just go back to you. You did. And I always say is a reason for a season, right? Remember, I say when you pivot, it's okay to pivot because you still have the passion, but you have it in a different way, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And so that way is you still, your goal was to help women and children, right?
Yeah,
And you're still doing that.
every day.
You're still doing that. But then you got the knowledge of real estate. So it's going to help you somehow, some way.
Yeah, I can definitely
So it's
refer.
always a reason and a season,
I believe
and
that.
so just keep that, keep that. You have some knowledge of it, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, very interesting. I tell you, I do. I love going in people's
Yes.
homes.
Yeah.
I don't know about selling them, but I'll go in and look around. Look around. But I like your presence on social
Yes.
media too. So can people find you on social media?
Yes, they can. I'm on Facebook. You can find me at Alicia Bogard, Bougard Beasley on Facebook.
And I will tell you, y'all, she is you call yourself not good
I'm not.
with tech, but you are very good. You're very good with that.
I appreciate that. That means a lot.
Yeah.
That truly coming from you, that means a lot. We have to continue to encourage each other. We really do.
Absolutely.
Especially with it being Women's Month. We have to.
Yeah.
We have to continue to encourage each other.
And I love that we honor International Women's Month.
Yeah.
And I will tell you that we have to remember they honor it in March, but we can honor each other every
Absolutely.
single day.
Absolutely.
Every
Absolutely.
single day.
That
Because we
means a lot.
all got something to offer
Okay.
to one another, right? So now looking at what you're doing today, right? I want to talk about your awards. Let's shout out the things that you've done and just talk about, what that meant to you to accomplish those things.
Yeah. So I actually just was presented Realtor of the Year
Come
from
on.
Women's Council of Realtors.
Come
Yes.
on. Are you serious?
Yes. And that means a lot to me.
That's
Yes,
huge.
it means a lot to me. I was you put things out in the universe.
Put them
you
in
got
the
to
universe
be careful,
and
right?
you put it on
Yes,
paper,
yes,
right?
and you put it on paper.
You kept it in your heart.
Absolutely.
It was at the forefront of your mind.
Yep. I said I wanted to be the president of Women's Council of Realtors, and I did it.
Say it again,
Okay.
girl. Come
And
on.
I did it. I do. It truly was, for me, it was personal growth that I needed, because I want to be able to get out there and talk to more women about real estate, about being able to put yourself in places where you can grow, and not just real estate, but just in things that you want to do. Because sometimes we're fearful of rejection, failure, but you got to get up and keep going,
That's that put yourself in places again.
Absolutely, you have to.
So I hope everybody's listening, because you don't have to wait on someone else to open a door.
Absolutely.
Or you don't have to wait on someone else to give you permission. Put yourself in that place.
Yes. I network. I do a lot of networking because I want to learn and I want to grow. I just went to a panel of all women the other day. They're developers. All women.
Wow.
Developers. And the excitement, the joy that I got just seeing them and talking with them, it means a lot that we can continue to be bosses of ourselves, And I just complimented them, and they were like, I'm like, I need a mentor,
Come on,
I do
and
a lot of
ask.
mentoring. Yes. And she's like, take my number, so you ask and you shall
yes,
receive. Absolutely. So it's okay to continue to put yourself in those places, and nothing is never too hard.
Absolutely.
Nothing is never, sometimes we're like, I can't do that, or I don't want to go up in front of them, or and sometimes, when I first started real estate, you got to figure out how to get business, right? And I'm like, how am I going to get business without any money? I quit my job, and I'm like, what is free? Your mouth.
Wow.
I started passing out my business cards and having conversations with people, and that's where it started. And I still do it to this day.
And still growing, still
Yes.
learning, still talking,
Yes.
still putting yourself in places.
Absolutely.
That is amazing.
we got-
I've
we
seen
have
you
work to
on
do.
magazines.
Yes. Yep.
Seen you in the I tell you, it's amazing when you tell someone all I did was believe in myself.
Absolutely. You have to. And continue to be around people that believe in you,
Yeah.
even when you don't believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Because people see something in you sometimes that you don't see in yourself.
Absolutely.
And being able to be in that magazine and read about my success, and I'm like, wow,
Yeah.
that made me feel really good.
So,
It really
so
did.
how long have you been a real estate agent?
I've been a real estate agent now for 7 years.
Alicia.
Yes. 7 years. It'll be 7 years in October. Yes, 6 years. Yep.
It seems like 20 years.
I know. And you know what? Because I'm always taking classes, I'm always reading, I'm always growing, and I'm always trying to learn more, because we always have room to learn, no matter what it is, right?
Yeah.
It's always things that I still go to classes about my contracts. Even though I write contracts all the time, every day, I'm still going to classes about contracts, because I always want to continue to make sure that I'm putting myself and my clients in a great position.
That's amazing.
Yes.
That's amazing. I just had a flash of when my brother was looking for
Yes.
a home, and to be able to recommend you,
Yes, and
you know,
that
to
means
my
a
brother.
lot. Yes,
And
it
they're
means a
beautiful
lot.
home.
Yes, beautiful home. That
beautiful,
means
beautiful
a lot.
people with a beautiful home.
Yes, that means a lot.
Sold by a beautiful woman.
Oh, thank you.
Very, very, very good. Well, let's just let the audience know again how they can connect with you, how they can even refer. Like, even if you're not looking for a home or you're not looking for a commercial building, there may be someone in your life that you come across that says, "Hey, I need a realtor. Do you know a realtor?" So how can they connect with you in getting a home or a commercial building?
Yes, you can give me a call. I have my telephone 24/7. It's in the bed with me. Give me a call at area code 313-334-2130. Again, my name is Alicia Bogard Beasley, and that's Bougard. My telephone number is 313-334-2130. I'm at Keller Williams in Grosse Pointe. So you can reach me at any time. Again, even if you're not looking and you know someone that's looking to buy or sell, I am that person. I will hold their hand. Trust me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
You are an amazing woman. Thank you for stopping by here today. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank my sponsor, which is Operation Refuge, the beautiful Pastor Overman. They are doing the work in Inkster, y'all. Please come back next Tuesday, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. I am Kimberly, your host of Chats and Chuckles, signing off. Have a great week.
Ooh.